Before we go and jump off into the deep end, or before we wander off into the deep, or before we go off and do something half-cocked, let's try to remember that we're all going through the same stuff here on this earth, just trying to make sense of it all. Living, breathing, thinking, being. We're only human. Human beings being human. Our thoughts keep coming. Seems that's just how we're wired up. No one is really that different in this regard. We're here. We reflect on what we see and hear. We think, we act, we speak. But firstly and foremost, we think. So give everyone a break. Give yourself a break. Take a deep breath. We're all going through the same stuff, maybe coming to different conclusions. And who knows, maybe one day we'll all come around to the same conclusions. Or maybe we'll have the same conclusions on a different timetable or under different conditions. And so, if we wish, maybe wishes don't really matter, but they do matter in our own minds. So when we wish, don't wish that everything turns out to be exactly the way you think it is, or the way you think it should be, just so you can be proven right or something like that. And here, when I say you, talking about wishes, I'm talking to myself. After all, be careful what you wish for the way you think it is may not be all that great. And either way, it's just a shadow of what really is. Well, we may not be all that or all that spot on all the time. Our ideas of what should be might pale in comparison to what really is, or what really could be. So instead, let's wish that how everything is will be more accurately reflected in our thoughts and beliefs, so that we can become more right, more correct, and that we can better focus upon the better aspect of things. And when I pray, if I pray, and I may not pray enough, let it not so much be like, oh God, make the things I say have great influence and great popularity. Let me sway everybody and everything to my way of thinking. But instead, oh dear God, if anything I say might possibly influence any one single person in the slightest way, please let it be only for their good. Let my thoughts and my voice be for the better, for the good. Let it, for the net sum of it, be for that which we might call the greater good, even if that sounds cliche. Please, God, let it be for good or not at all. Let me not contribute to the misery, the defeatism, and the hate. For what a unique form of hell it must be in which our influence is only blighted, angry, or bane. So, while I'm sure that I may say some things that rub some people the wrong way, some things that don't align with everyone's favorite beliefs or most favored belief systems, and on some matters I will surely be wrong. And when I'm right, I may say it in all the wrongest ways. But it is my sincerest intent that we will strive toward truth and toward the betterment of all, or at least the humble and betterment of some. So this is my intent, my wish, and my prayer in these times. Oddly, in these seas of misinformation in which we swim, and in these times where our very souls seem conflicted, where sharp-tongued downerism and negativism and defeatism are revered, brandished like so much charm and pleasantry. It's surreal, upside down it seems. But in these stormy seas and malign times, my wish, my prayer, and my stated intent must also, in these times, become my disclaimer.